Hello Australia, welcome to episode 554 of The Couch. We're talking pollies today with Ken White with the election coming up July 2. Lots of things to talk about. June Kelly's in with a brand new toy called Ma Buddies. Can't wait for that one. We talk cheese, the festival coming up here in Perth. Later on, these guys are in as well. Cameron, what are you talking about?
All the hot showbiz news and gossip, of course, death of fictional characters, and Prince scorning the Kardashians from beyond the grave.
Surprise, surprise. And Cara Walker, what are we talking with you today?
Dirty politics, get the fossil fuels out of the parliament.
What a big stomach, hey?
Well, do you know what? I think you should lay off the burritos, Fred. You'll
I
get
was
there.
talking about yours, not mine.
Oh.
Roll the opener, please.
It's showtime on the couch. It's showtime on the couch. You can see it from your house. You can see it from your house. It's showtime on the couch with Fred and the best in town. Yeah, it's showtime on the couch. Oh, oh, oh.
A little bit disappointed, Cara, referring to my stomach. She's pregnant, only about 6 weeks to go, and she's going to have another baby. I'm predicting it's going to be a girl, so I've got it right here on the show. If it's a girl, I'll feel good. If it's a boy, then I'm stuffed. Big show. Another talking about boys. We've got an 11-year-old boy, stunning young kid, is doing a fantastic song. Cyndi Lauper did it originally. Girls just want to have fun, but he's a boy. Here he is, Reese Curl.
Come home in the morning light, my mother yells when you're gonna live your life right. Oh my dear, we're not the fortunate ones, and girls, they wanna have fun. Oh, girls just wanna have fun. Phone rings in the middle of the night. My father yells, what you gonna do with your life? Oh, father dear, you know you're still number one. And girls, they wanna have fun. Oh, girls just wanna have. That's all they really want. Some fun. Some fun. But when the working day is done, and girls, they wanna have fun. Oh, girls just wanna have fun. Some boys take a beautiful girl, they hide her away from the rest of the world. I wanna be the one to walk in the sun, and girls, they wanna have fun. Oh, girls just wanna have. That's all they really want. Some fun. Some fun. But when the working day is done, and girls, they wanna have fun. Oh, girls just wanna have fun. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me.
Somebody who loves... Thank you very much, Reese. Sorry for ruining your song. Reese Curl, only 11 years old, great talent, and it's nice to have him back on the couch. Now, if you'd like to come and perform on the couch, do the same. Go to our Facebook page at the moment, thecouch.com.au. It will actually drive you to our Facebook page. Contact me like a lot of people have, and we'll get you on the show. Absolutely free. It's local, and we love to have local people on the show. Like this lady right next to me, which I introduced at the beginning of the show. Give her a big round of applause in the studio. Cara Walker's back. Welcome back, Mum.
Thank you.
Second child coming up.
Second round, went back for more. Who'd have thought, hey?
I would have
Can't
thought
be
you
that
would have
bad.
said no more.
Well, I did say no more, and something happened.
other half.
I went for a walk in the fairy woods, and I came back like this. Who'd have thought? And it just
Oh, okay. That's how it happened. So when is it due? When is your baby due?
well, any time from now, it's fully baked. So yeah.
Right. Well, we'll be
Have you got
holding
some
our
boiling
breath.
water
I
in the
have actually
studio? We
under
do.
here. I've got
Okay.
a special tub. We've got the pool.
Sterile table. I know that you like to Mr. Sheen this
I did
place up.
actually.
I know
So
you
so
do.
don't-
I know.
don't
We've
do
had
it
a
yet.
fight about it.
What are we talking about today, Miss
Well, do
Walker?
you know what? This is a fantastic time of year because it's come to election campaign time. Are
What's
you enjoying
fantastic
these
about
ads
elections?
and these banners and? But do you know what is amazing? It's a great time for certain industries to they have to fight for their right to stand up. And what is interesting is people are really saying, well, this is the time where we need to make politicians fess up about how closely intertied they are with the fossil fuel industry. And if we want to be serious about a green future, then we need to get the fossil fuel industry out of Parliament because it is amazing how tightly those two are woven together. I found it interesting. I looked up online and saw the amount of major jobs that a lot of the politicians had before being in politics within the industry is crazy, you know. And looking at it last year, the fossil fuel industry donated 3.7 million to the
Is that
major
all?
parties, but do you know what they received in return? 7.7 billion
biggest
in
polluters.
subsidies. The biggest polluters. And this is a great quote. I have to say this for the quote. I have terrible
There'll be
brain
no
right now.
carbon tax under a government I lead?
Oh, yes.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was the greatest quote.
This is from Blair Paley's from 350.org. The ongoing failure of the politicians to tackle climate change is the direct attribution of the political influence in the fossil fuel industry. If we're serious about climate solutions, we need to end the cosy relationship between politicians and the big polluters. And this totally makes sense. And people are standing up right now. Last week, we saw 2,000 people go into a major coal port in Newcastle and shut down the whole port, which was fantastic. And this wasn't just a bunch of hippies. These were, there was a 94-year-old World War II vet. There were mothers with their babies. There were scientists. There were lawyers. There were doctors. There were students. Everyone was there, and there were a lot of Indigenous nation people and Pacific Islanders came out on canoes and shut down that port and that railway. And so, no, we've
Do you
had
reckon
enough.
they've got the message, or do you think government isn't
I
listening?
think, for them, obviously, we can't stop. We can't be there every day, but it's just about saying, hey, this is what the people are saying,
Open your
but you're
eyes.
not listening. You know, within the politics, they've just got so much money coming in on that level, so they're supporting them.
Are we
but it's the
likely to get a
people who don't.
change if Malcolm Turnbull loses the election and Bill Shorten comes in, apart from the ETS? the
I
emissions
don't
trading?
think. I think Labor and Liberal both have politicians within the dirty industries.
They're
I
probably
think,
both gonna stick with the same policy.
You know, that's the thing. What we need to look at is stop looking at these as fossil fuel industries and looking at them as energy industries. And this whole innovative word that we're flashing around at the moment, let's innovate green energy. Let's innovate jobs for a sustainable
There was
future.
nothing mentioned about that in the budget, I noticed.
Yeah.
In the environment, didn't even get a mention.
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. So, I mean, we might have jobs. I know we are majorly dependent on our jobs in Australia from this industry. So we need to create jobs in the future that are based on what the rest of the globe is doing.
Yeah, we've
And
got
that
to move
means
forward to a
we
modern
do.
world.
Yeah, because, you know, in 30, 40 years' time, we're going to be worse off because we haven't put
Correct.
things in place from this
But isn't
point
that
now.
the way we operate? We seem to talk a lot about the future, but
Yeah.
we don't act a lot.
No, we don't. Yeah, that's very true. So
So what do we need to do?
well, first of all, I think you need to find out who you're voting for and where they stand. So there's actually a great website you can head to at the moment, gofossilfree.org.au, and you can look up your local member and find out where they stand on the fossil fuel industry debate, which I think is really important. If this is important to you, for whatever reason, if it's health, if it's economics, it's for your family's future, look up and see where they stand, and you can get a whole variety of answers on this. I think that's
Fantastic.
At this point, that's what you need to do when you're trying to make your vote count. That's important.
And can we go to your website as well for more
Sure,
info? What's
head
your
to
website?
the ecofairies, ecofairies.com. You can see it on the bottom there.
Well done. And we hope there it is. It's right on your bottom. Now we're looking forward to hearing more about your baby. And I've got a tip as well. If it's got Liberal or Labor in the voting form, skip to the Greens because I'm voting Green this year. There
Yay
you
for
go.
Red! Oh
Yes,
my
John
goodness.
Green from
That
the
is
Labor Party.
Fantastic.
No, not the Greens Party.
Oh,
John
no,
Green from the
no.
Labor Party. No, I'm only joking. I am actually voting Green. So
Oh, well done, Fred.
I'm loving it,
got
the
there.
change. It's time for a change. Thank you, Cara. Look
Thank you,
forward to
Fred.
hearing more about your baby very, very soon.
Sure.
And thanks for being back.
Thanks for having me back.
Now, Scoot Airlines, because we've got to scoot out of here to Singapore, are giving us 2 tickets to Singapore to give away every week starting next week. Every month it's actually every week we'll be plugging it, but we're giving them away every month. That's 2, not 4, 2 tickets return. So you and a friend, you and a partner, you and a lover, you and a secret lover, you and yourself, your bags. I don't care who you take. 2 tickets are yours, return to Singapore from the Gold Coast, Melbourne, Sydney and Perth, wherever Scoot flies from to Singapore in Australia. And you can win it. All you have to do is put it on an SMS, 0439 929 929. That's what it says on screen. The secret word is Scoot, SCOOT. And you've got to write it with the capitals as well, because they're a big thing happening on the couch. Scoot Airlines. From next week, we've got our home view. I'll tell you who that is at the end of the show. But please SMS us now from anywhere in Australia, Gold Coast, Melbourne, Sydney and Perth. And you could be on Spin It to win it and win those tickets. I think I've plugged it. Now I'm out of here because time to talk to Cameron.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here as always, Fred, on the couch. And I was just talking to Cara out in the green room area, and just a real quick mention with the socio-political issues of our day. It was interesting. I was saying to her, there's a quote from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy: for anyone who wants to be the president should automatically be disqualified from being the president, because it's obviously self-serving, basically. So
very true.
Yes. So yes, parlaying from socioeconomic topics of our day to completely inconsequential news of show business. We are here. Oh, I'm over here. Hello. Yes. Just getting a finger over here.
See, that camera there is 4.
Right. Oh, that's what that number is.
That's 4. That's 3. So that's 4.
Right.
That's 3.
Yep.
That's 2.
Right. Okay.
Just look at me. I reckon
My mind. I'm good thing I'm sitting down.
Change.
My mind is blown. Speaking of minds that are blown, the artist formerly known as Bruce Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner, has reneged buyer's remorse. Evidently, he or she would like to. Well, rumor has it would like to go back to being the former artist.
Look, I saw
Bruce
him,
Jenner,
her,
yes.
on the TV, and I said to Adrian, we were watching this TV show, and I said, "Is that before or after his?" And Adrian said, "No, he wasn't man. He's gone to being a woman."
Right.
I would ask for my money back, because, I mean, I've always thought, and it's not about looks,
yes,
but I've always thought if you're going to go from being a hot man like I am,
oh yeah, of course,
to a very unattractive woman, why would I bother? So I don't know what the whole principle, but I'm sure he's got his own reasons for wanting to be that.
Yeah, it's the ultimate buyer's remorse. I think it's the #1 story in Schadenfreude news, where we've had this story foisted upon you whether you cared about it or not. And I personally think someone's gender is their own personal thing.
Look, it's up to you.
Don't care. But you know, it was quite funny how Bruce went from creepy-looking 65-year-old dude to now beautiful woman, and then he respect all the privacy he respected in the world that his family's so famous for, and you know, so it's just like it's a bit of hypocrisy
privacy.
Now. Toothpaste is officially out of the tube; you can't get it back in, but he wants to go. And again, there's all rumors about
going back to being a man.
Well, yeah, and there's the rumors about has he gone the whole way, and this, that, and the other.
Oh,
so
definitely not. He could have gone a lot further.
But and again, there's rumors around this whether it's happening or not. But I just think
why is he such big news?
It's again, I think from the start, he was the American icon of masculinity. He was Mr. Decathlete or triathlete.
Really?
He was on the Wheaties box. Oh yeah, he was a huge celebrity, and he was the icon of maleness for the 80s through to the 90s and things like that. And then he's gone and done this. Plus, he's part of the Kardashian clan, and we all know how they love to sell their souls for any sort of news headline. So there's that as well, and this sort of little microcosm of information, if you'd like to call it that, whether it self-perpetuates.
It could only happen in America.
Absolutely, yes.
I reckon over here it wouldn't work.
And if only they would only hear about it in America, because then I wouldn't have to hear about it. But then we love to talk about this sort of stuff. Sadly, more than we love to talk about socio-political issues of our day. But hey, humans are terrible. Right, on to the next thing. Speaking of terrible humans, Alan Bond miniseries has come out.
Are you serious?
Yes. So the life of Bondy. There are the players there representing Bond and Eileen. Yes. And Alan Bond's wife has sort of come out, and obviously Alan Bond is no longer with us. I'm not saying a single thing after that.
What network is doing this?
I believe it's Channel 9 is
Channel
doing
9.
it, yes. And the article that came through here was a bit strange, because they were sort of painting him as like a sporting hero, as like he won the America's Cup.
America's Cup, yeah.
But this is the thing, I wasn't around, obviously, when this happened. Did he actually drive the boat?
No, he only paid for the boat.
He financed the boat. So he didn't actually win America's Cup, he just paid for it to win. You know what I mean? So, and then he also defrauded mom and pop investors millions and millions of dollars. But we like to keep that under the wraps because he won a boat race. But
he wrote a book and he went to jail.
Yeah, and he went to prison, and he was a horrible human being. So I think we can all agree on that. So, but the thing is, whether this is accurate or not, I think, because there was the Gina Reinhardt story, and that was done quite well on on TV with the miniseries and things like that as well. I think they're trying to go. It's getting to the Underbelly thing, because when Underbelly came out and it was based on real Australian crime story, everyone's like, this is amazing. This just happened just down the street. And then they got to Underbelly badness and all these other there's sort of like
I think
grasping
they've
at straws.
overdone Underbelly.
Precisely, yeah. So now they've gone to these other real life, business, entertainment type things, and I think they're kind of clutching at straws
Who
here with Bondi.
stars as Alan Bond?
I don't recall.
Is that the lady from the Amy commercial again?
Sure. But I know Sam Neill's in the series as Alan Bond's
Oh,
friend.
I just saw
so,
Prince.
Yes, yeah. Yes, I think we'll move hastily along to Prince.
That's our director telling us to move on.
Absolutely. Moving. Great moves from Beyond the Grave. Of course, you've probably heard Prince's passing recently, unfortunately. And do we have the image there? Did he come up?
We
So
did.
that's him, not on The New Girl. That was
with
him
the
on The
Muppets?
Muppets. He did a spot on Muppets Tonight, but this story is about Prince when he was on The New Girl,
Yeah.
the TV series. The Muppets Tonight was a far better episode. But apparently he actually got the Kardashians kicked off that particular episode because they were meant to guest star. And that just shows the sort of influence that Prince still had back in the day, basically, or only a couple of years
Do you
ago,
know,
I should say.
I'm amazed of the obsession when these people die, that we take so much time wasted on finding out why, how. They passed away, let them go, let the family deal with the grief, forget about it. It's none of our business.
Oh well, they're still debating Michael Jackson's passing.
Oh,
and,
well, I think people need to get out of it.
Well, I think I agree, and on that regard, if
gone.
it is someone who you actually know, like you actually
Yeah,
knew him
exactly.
or part of your family, that's understandable. But celebrate his work, and I implore all viewers who are fans of Prince or who aren't. I'm not the biggest fan,
No,
but when I
neither am
saw
I.
him on Muppets Tonight, he was hilarious. He did a southern accent, and that's something you don't expect from Prince. And he did all this hilarious stuff, and he's a great actor, great performer. So go and watch that Muppets Tonight episode. It's better than The New Girl anyway. But he got the Kardashians kicked off the show, which is always good by me because the less we see of them, of course, the better. And last but very not least, J.K. Rowling has come out once again and apologized. I think once a year she does this, apologizes for killing off one of her characters. This is Remus Lupin from one of the earlier books, I think Order of the Phoenix or something like that. And of course, fans are rejoicing or talking about stuff. I don't get it, honestly. Like it's her characters, she can kill them off. And to be honest, Potter fans, they're fictional characters. They're not real people. But it raised an interesting point though. She's apologetic once a year for everyone she kills off. I think Disney owes everyone a few little apologies for killing off Bing Bong from Inside Out, from Ellie from Up, the wife from Up, the brother from Big Hero 6, and Dumbo's mom, Bambi's mom, Mustafa, a good one he picked up as well. Disney has killed off tons of people, not an apology in the world.
Yeah.
Han Solo, while we're at it, yeah, I said it. There you go. So I don't care about J.K. Rowling's apologies, but I'm expecting a big sorry card from Disney killing off all of our favourite characters.
Thank you very much, Cameron. And can I just, before we go to a break, congratulate Gogglebox. They've done well winning the best factual program at the Logies last week. And also, Wentworth didn't win anything, but they did win the ratings the other night. If you haven't caught the re-imaged remaking of Prisoner, a supporting actress. Thank you very much, Tony. That's right. The Cecilia won that one, who plays Lizzie in Prisoner, which is now called Wentworth on Foxtel Soho Channel, 8:30 Monday night. Don't miss it. Soho Channel on Foxtel. It's awesome. If you love Prisoner, you'll love this one. Thank you to Cameron. Thank you to Cara. Hopefully we'll find out about the baby very, very soon. And we'll see you on camera too right after this break. Welcome back to The Couch on Aurora Television, only on Foxtel. And welcome back to Demelza Leonard with
Thank
music.
you.
Welcome back.
Yes, yes.
What is that music I hear?
That is Eurovision.
Yeah.
Yes? No?
Is that how quickly it
Are
ended?
we playing Guess the Game?
I don't know, but what happened with Eurovision? I believe our Dami-In, is that how they pronounce the name?
Dami Im, yes. X Factor winner. So
She lost.
She lost. She came second. She got pipped at the post, but fantastic.
you can't win everything.
For our first official.
Oh, look, I thought Guy Sebastian was better, but I think my opinion is Dami Amin and Guy Sebastian, we're not in Europe.
No.
We shouldn't be part of the Eurovision contest, in my opinion. Great that we are, but we're not European.
And there's a few countries that have said the
I
same
agree
thing.
with
And
it.
I think if we won it first off, there would be a lot of backlash.
Next year, you can just expect to see Donald Trump there. He's done everything
Wow,
else.
look.
Anyway.
He's done quite a few things, yeah.
Look, she's a wonderful singer. Good on her. I think great to represent Australia. There's nothing wrong with that. But you could have sent Tony Abbott and would have done the same thing.
Quite
Possibly.
Maybe they should have sent Tony
Never
out. It
know.
would have been good.
Why not pluck a duck next year? Throw him in
You and
there.
me the year after.
Yeah, why not? We'll do a duet. I love
Baby,
it.
when I met you, there was peace. Do you remember that one?
I do.
Who was it?
Islands in the Stream.
Yeah,
Yes.
by
Kenny
Kenny
Rogers
Rogers
and Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton.
Aha.
I'll be the breast.
I might not have got the first question, but I've
You
got
did
it
well.
now. Now, back to local music.
Okay.
Troye Sivan. He is doing
Troy.
fantastically. He has just been announced as the Kia One to Watch Award winner for 2016's Billboard Awards.
Do you know that he started on the show, on our show here, at 8 years of age, and then 9 years of age, and then 10 years of age? A lady called Sonia Deanne was his actual teacher here in WA. He's obviously become a huge
He's
star.
massive. He is
And I love the
absolutely
fact that
huge.
people don't know, he's come out, he's telling everyone he's gay now, he's come out his own sexuality, but he's made millions out of everything, but it's all been online.
He's done it
He's
so
got his
well.
Facebook,
yeah.
he's got his websites, and he's captivated the young audience, hasn't he?
He's used technology so well. He's got that young millennial market captured really, really well. And what this award is it honours emerging and upcoming artists. And the inaugural award was released last year, and Tori Kelly won that one. So the fact that, this is the Billboard Awards, an Australian and a Perth boy.
And a couch guy.
And a
Started
couch
here. If
guy.
it wasn't for the couch, he probably never would have moved on.
Well, that's exactly it. Now, the Billboard Awards
Wonder
will
what's going to
air.
happen to me.
No, I
I
won't
like
say
that, I like
anything.
Islands in the street. Remember, that's what we got to look forward to.
Now, if you want to check out Troy, because he's won the award, he will be performing
Yep.
at the Billboard Awards. It's on Channel V tomorrow morning, if
Okay.
anyone wants to catch
Channel
it.
V.
But if you can't pick it up or check out his act, you can actually see him. He's touring Australia in August, so
Wonderful.
those will sell out. So make sure you grab your tickets for
Good
that
news.
very quickly. Now, some sad news. Sharon and Ozzy Osbourne have called it quits.
Sad.
Sad.
How
well,
good
for
is that
them,
for the
34
lawyers?
years of marriage.
The lawyers would be rubbing their hands, say, yippee!
Well, she's now confirmed that
Yeah, she's had enough of him.
she's quite happy about it. She's drinking her lemonade. So
Lemon is like soured her
Well,
marriage, I'd
the
say.
rumour is that Ozzy did have a bit of a Becky with the good hair on the
Really?
side. He was.
Would you have an affair with him?
Well,
Not
this
that
is the
this is not
thing.
a person,
He's a walking
rhetorical.
anti-drug campaign. Like, he can barely walk, let alone,
Really?
I won't finish that sentence, but
it's
the
crazy.
split does come after rumours that he had an affair with his hairstylist,
Good luck to him.
and she's booted him out of the house.
Good
So
luck to her too.
There you go. And from some sad news, some happy news. Janet Jackson has a brand new video clip. To coincide with it, she announced that she is having her very first child.
Oh, that is good news.
So the song's called Damn Baby. It's off the Unbreakable album,
How
which
old
came
would
out
Janet
last-
Jackson be?
She's
50?
She's just turned 50 years old.
And she's having a baby at 50,
She's
because that
having
was
her
in the
first
news last
child.
week.
Yep.
Everyone was surprised at 50 she's having a baby. So
Well, this is, if you have a look at her video clip, yes, she's dancing in it, but when you kind of compare it to her other upbeat dance songs, it's not as hardcore choreography
I know
as
this
she
sounds
has.
silly, but watch her dancing there, because at 50, when she has her first child, she probably won't be getting up for a very long
Well, I've
time.
seen Janet in concert, and she's still
amazing.
does the exact same choreography from
Like
her videos.
Michael Jackson, her brother, I have to tell you, the Jacksons are amazing creatures of entertainment.
The music talent,
They are wonderful.
fantastic.
Like them or hate them or say, but their music is good and their entertainment values
Well,
are
that's
better.
exactly it. And from one mama to another mama, Jennifer Lopez has had a massive year for 2016.
I love Jennifer
She's got a
Lopez.
brand new song as well. It's called Ain't Your Mama, which is a bit of a girl power anthem, tackling the issue of gender inequality.
I love J-Lo.
Oh, she's fantastic.
She's a
and she's
great
having an
spokesperson.
absolutely massive 2016.
Well done.
This track is the choreography for this, and Janet's video was the same choreographer, Luther Brown.
You can see the difference. None.
The high energy.
Well, same dads, I think.
Well, there's actually video clips now of people doing this choreography on YouTube. So,
Really?
yeah. So, you can
I have
try.
to get into. I have to get a copy of it.
And Justin Timberlake is back with a brand new single. He dropped
Really?
a brand new song and surprised everyone with Can't Stop the Feeling,
Oh, I like this.
which is the first track of the Trolls soundtrack. And the cameos, as you can see, and Anna Kendrick.
I was going to say, who's the lady in the blonde hair? Anna Kendrick. is
No,
it?
Anna Kendrick's redhead. You've got one of the guys from Big Bang Theory.
There's a whole heap
they're
of
all
stars in that.
members from the Trolls movie. So they've all worked on the Trolls movie. They're voice artists from the
I like
Trolls
this.
movie. This song, I guarantee you, will. That's Gwen Stefani.
Gwen Stefani.
That's the blonde one.
It's my life.
She's
Don't you
so they're all part of that movie, and I guarantee you it will go number one. It is high
I
rotation
like that. I have
across
to tell
radio
you,
at the
that's
moment.
something I would listen to in the car. Yeah, I'm a
Very
cool,
funky
hip,
track.
poppy sort
And
of
this is the
person,
thing,
you know?
I think Justin Timberlake is one of those that he just continues to make hits after hits after hits. And I think if he continues on that way, we're going to see him as iconic as, you know, Prince and Michael Jackson for our
Now,
generation.
I know you're on radio.
Yes.
On Heritage FM on a, what night?
Thursday
again? Thursday
night.
night. What time again?
8 p.m.
8 p.m. Now, do you find a lot of the artists that are coming out now playing negative? They release negative music all the time. So I like that.
Yes
Justin
and no.
Timberlake, well done.
I mean, some artists will play what they're feeling, others not so much.
And others play what other people are feeling.
And others like to have happy songs. This one is definitely probably this year's happy.
enough. What else you got for us?
Very quickly, let's have a look at the ARIA top 3.
The top 3 for this week at number 3.
Number 3, it is Nash featuring Olivia O'Brien
Hate
with
You,
I Hate
I
You,
Love
I
You.
Love You.
Number 2.
Number 2, Calvin Harris teams up with Rihanna again for This
I
Is
like
What
this.
You Came For.
And at number 1 this week on the ARIA chart.
Drake featuring Wizkid and Kyla with One Dance off
Would you
the-
be playing this on your show?
This is number 2 on my show.
There
at the
you go. I
moment.
knew it.
So
I know
there
you. I'm in
go.
psych with you. I know
The
this.
Views album, and Drake is actually doing massive
have you
things at the
finished your
moment.
music segment?
I have.
Someone tells me that unlike Janet Jackson, you're not 50, but you're having a child. Is that right?
Yes, there is possibly a mini DJ or mini music
Look.
journalist in the oven. There you go.
Rumours
yes.
have it. It's okay. I'm just
The
tired.
DJ, yes, yes, there
Yeah.
is a baby.
So when
coming.
is it due? Tell us all about it.
Due end of November. Funnily enough, the day before our wedding anniversary.
We don't know if it's boy or girl. We don't care.
know. I would like a girl. He would like a boy. So there's a lot of arguments
maybe?
on that. No, definitely
that's
not
good.
twins. Not twins.
Well, we look forward to hearing more about
Thank
this
you.
fantastic new journey for you as a mum
Thank
and,
you
of course,
very
your
much.
partner. And we could probably hear more about it on your radio show next Thursday night on
Yep.
Heritage FM.
Heritage FM,
Called
the
The
takeover.
Takeover.
With Scooby
Thank you
and
very
Demelza.
much.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Now, if you want to know more about Demelza or any of the stuff that she does, all you have to do is go to our website, which is thecouch.com.au, and you'll find that the website's not there, but it redirects you to the Facebook page. We know this, folks. There it is, thecouch.com.au, or you can go to the facebook.com/thecouchtv, or the Couch AU, sorry. And everything's still there. So everything that used to be on the Couch website is on the Facebook page. We are having a new website made for us, but that won't be till July, August. But please enjoy the Facebook stuff. And if there's anything that's missing there and you want any information, all the details to contact us there, of course, our website email address and all the contact phone numbers and that are there. Okay, so thecouch.com.au, you can still use it. It will just redirect you, so you don't have to panic or stress. And the reason I want you all to contact us is because we've got the Spin It to Win It, thanks to Scoot, which you'll see me give it away next week. 2 airline tickets to Singapore, and you can only do that if you SMS to our contact details. All right, thank you very much. Now, you're probably wondering who this wonderful animal is right next to me. Here it is. It's called My Buddies. And with me is my buddy, June Kelly, and her granddaughter, Talia. Welcome back.
Oh, hi, Fred. Thank
Hello,
you.
Talia, as
How
well.
are you?
How are you, Talia?
Good.
Good. She's a bit stunned now. She's on TV. Thank you, June, for coming in today. And we've got these wonderful toys. Tell us a little bit about the journey for My Buddies.
Well, My Buddies originated through a project between my grandchildren, which I have 6 and I have 7 on the way. So we sat down and talked one day. Their mum was overseas, and mum and dad, they'd sent their favourite toys with them, which was Al and Ted. And they said, they call me Mama. So that's where Ma and the My Buddies come from, and I call them my little buddies. So we come up with My Buddies.
Well, did it take you a long time to design them? I mean,
No,
there's a few of them, isn't there?
Yeah, well, the children actually said we would love, because they sent the stuffed toys, and Mum and Dad had to cart them around. They took photos of them on the aeroplane. They took photos of them at drinking cocktails and the sunset. And they said, how come Mum has to carry hers all the time and Dad could stick his in his backpack? We should make, or Mama, you should make us some toys that we can take and they could take with us travelling. And then it was like we should have a blanket in them and we should be able to dress them up. So that's what we did.
So for those people who are watching this and wondering, what are these wonderful toys? They can be they have a blanket in them.
They have a blanket here. So this is a nice big long blanket.
Thank you. I'll just take that off because I'm a bit cold. So there's a blanket, so we can cover ourselves up like that. with pillows.
They unzip at the bottom here.
Yep.
Talia's got some stuff in hers.
Just hold it up while you do that. Let's have a look on camera.
So they
that one there.
unzip.
Yep.
This one here's got a
iPad.
backpack, and it's got in the backpack. Sorry, it's got an iPad.
Yeah.
So when the iPad and the blanket's removed, these
Huge.
actually are still a pillow. So you
So they're
can
well
hang
padded.
them. Yeah, you can hang them over the car seat like this, or when they're travelling. And this is the pillow, so they can sleep. They've got their blanket. They've got their colouring in books. Talia in hers, she's dressed hers as well. So
Yep.
we've made them because it was important to the children to be able to unclip them so that you can put on. Can I borrow yours,
You're
Talia?
just asking me if you can remove it from the microphone because it's probably
Oh,
tapping.
sorry.
There you go. That's
So
all right.
this one here's
I
been.
love the dress ups. Now, this one here's got an awesome colourful top. Pretty cool. Can we go through the type? Now you've got the giraffe here.
We've got a few of them, but for a special for the couch, they normally retail at $69. We've got these two. So we're going to do a special promotion for the couch at $49 if you
Did
put
you say
down
$49? Just 49, 20 bucks off.
$49, but just for the couch. So if you put on there at sales@mybuddies.com.au and you
Yep.
say that you've seen this on the couch, then you can have one for $49. Now, Talia and hers, they've actually been to Bali as well, would you believe? They've
Talia's
been on
really
a plane.
excited. She's saying, why can't I do that myself? Grandma?"
What's on there? Sorry.
Sorry,
You-
Talia,
you-
do you love your new toy? Do you take it everywhere? What's so good about it? Tell me.
There's lots of different animals and you can put lots of kind of stuff in it and yeah.
Well, tell me the animals because you've got giraffe,
A
lion, a monkey?
lion, a monkey, a tiger,
yeah.
a cheetah, I think.
Are you serious? All those different animals, and can you give them all your own name, or do you have to go with the set names?
Yeah, can give them all
So if
your
I
own
wanted to
names.
call this one Junie after Grandma, I can call it June, or not. Maybe Grandma doesn't like being called a giraffe, but that's okay. Tell me what you were saying. What's in that one? What did you love about it? When you went to Bali, did you pack all your stuff? Was there enough room?
Yeah. You can put like dolls and lots of kind of stuff in it.
Do you put money? Food?
No.
You don't put food in there. See, I would. I'd put cheesels in there and stuff like that. So I could just...
I would put food that come in packets, but yeah.
Politically correct child. Very good. And Grandma
What's in
saying, gee,
yours?
she's very good. So would you recommend to kids that they should get one of these? And mums and dads should buy these for Christmas and their birthdays?
Yeah,
And why? What's the main reason they should buy one?
because you can store stuff, you can take them on airplanes, you can use them as pretty much anything you can think of.
You're really good. Have you got one or have you got all of them?
I've got one, but my brother gave me two. One, so I have two.
And you're very smart. Thank you very much. So $49, we can do what Talia's doing and have our own.
And Talia's even packed her pyjamas because she thought she might like to stay here with you, Fred.
Really? Oh, we can have a couple of
she's
more
actually
kids.
got some PJs, she's got a blanket, she's got a pillow, and she's sorted with her, lovely soft toy.
Well, if you'd like to be just like me and Talia and have a sleepover with our fantastic My Buddies, all you have to do is do this. If you want to win one, we're giving away 3. All you have to do is put the code word BUDDIES, spelled BUDDIES. That's BUDDIES. And you send it to 0439 929 929. You put that word, your name and address must be on there, and send it to our phone number, which is there. They're everywhere. 0439 929 929. Please do it right away because we've only got 3 to give away, and they're $49 if for the rest of the people who want to buy them. But is it for a limited time only?
Yeah, and what can I just say one
Yeah,
more thing,
yeah.
Fred, that Talia came up with on the way down here. These can actually hang over the seat of your car, and
Really?
Talia said, wouldn't it be wonderful to be able to use them for first aid?
Well, that
So
is
you
a good
put them
idea.
in the car, so the first aid's there. There's something that's quite cute.
Yep.
And she said if you're not too fat, you You can put lots of stuff in, but if you are, you have to cross them over. So they go for all shapes and sizes.
So, thank you very much. That's M-A Buddies, marbuddies.com.au for details. Go and have a look. Please buy them. They're local West Australian. They are normally $69. $69. We're giving them to you for $49, but you need to buy 1 million of them because we need to support June and her grandchildren. Because I know Talia. Talia, can I ask you something? Do you reckon I'd be able to wear one of these around me?
Suppose.
We need to take a break because coming up we're going to talk politics. I might have to keep Talia around. She's very politically correct. My buddies, thank you to June, thank you to Talia, and please write in if you want to win one. There you go. We'll be back with more after the break. There you go. You can hold it. Welcome back to another Polly Waffle, our first in this election campaign that's coming up on July the 2nd. And with us today is Ken White, who is, of course, officially the federal member for Hasluck, but he's also the Assistant Minister for Health and Aged Care.
That's right.
Welcome back, Ken.
It's good to see you.
It's nice to have you back in the studio, and it's nice that you always do make the time. I've got a few questions because we've only got 10 minutes today. I thought I'd go with my list and then we could sort of try and get as much out as we can. Do you think, Ken, the change from Tony Abbott to Malcolm Turnbull, was it worth it, and has it made the government re-electable?
I think that Malcolm's contribution to the Prime Ministership is a good one. He engages, he's out there with people. The former Prime Minister certainly was engaging, but there are internal things that are often discussed within a party, and eventually my colleagues made a decision to change leader, and we've got to move on because
I agree.
It's important for the economy, for the country and for Australians.
And that's like everything. A TV show, if it doesn't rate, you drop it and you make something new. And basically, I know you don't, it's not the same.
I wouldn't use the comparison.
Not that sort of comparison,
like that, no.
But I guess at the end of the day, it's to do with ratings, isn't it? You get opinion polls that are really bad consecutively. The decisions, because our own Prime Minister said the polls were bad, something had to be done. He's come in. I'd have to ask you, if you had to list the successes of this government, the 3 years in total, the coalition government, what do you think the successes have been?
We've stopped the boats, and that's been a crucial one in terms of the number of people arriving, because with those arrivals, we then have to take budgets from other sections of the economy, so Australians miss out. But at the same time, we have to be compassionate and considerate of people seeking genuine refugee status. We've also made a difference. We've stopped the mining tax. Mm-hmm. The mining tax was hurting the industry.
And making us no money.
And it was causing a problem. And in fact, it was a tax that Wayne Swan advocated for, but made no money out of it. But a lot of their promises were based on that mining tax. But we've also gone ahead and done some reforms over both the periods.
What's some of the big ones?
Look, I think the health reforms that Minister Lee is doing in the health arena, certainly in aged care, shifting to a consumer-directed care model in aged care means the person using aged care services now has a greater say in what they receive. And I think that's important because often we've disempowered elderly Australians.
Ken, there's critics out there that are saying that we're moving towards an American style of healthcare. Would you say no, we're not, or yes, we are?
No, we're not. If we were, we wouldn't have Medicare. We wouldn't have the PBS, and we certainly wouldn't have some of the other benefits that come with the hospital care that all of us take for granted and expect in a public hospital. Our GPs would be extremely expensive to go to. The training of our medical profession is at the forefront of a lot of our thinking, so we've put energy and focus into the ongoing professional development of GPs. And rural doctors we focus on as well, including all the allied health staff.
Now, I notice in the last week we've heard that the pathologists are back online now with the bulk billing. So Minister Lee has done a deal with Pathology Australia, which means that pathology tests are going to be bulk billed, which is a great save for Medicare. But would you say that Medicare is going to stay in its form? If the coalition wins, are we going to be stuck with Medicare, or are we not being badly stuck with it? Because there's a lot of stories that the Labor Party is saying that this government wants to privatise everything Medicare is doing. Are we going to move to that sort of system?
Well, Medicare, no. The Medibank there was discussion around privatising Medibank.
And that got done, yes.
But the issue with Medicare, and we've got the medical profession involved in the reviewing of item numbers because they're obsolete item numbers. The way in which Australians access Medicare will remain the same. And that's why I said that Minister Lee's reform work has meant that she's worked hand in hand with those involved in delivering healthcare, including our state and territory jurisdictions. But health costs keep rising, and at some point within the bucket of money, it's like you and I have a salary. Australia has an income from every Australian. We've got to use that wisely, and when we reach a point at which we have to borrow to pay for salaries, then we're in trouble.
Now, if we talk about the successes of this government, healthcare being one of them, managing the economy another one, getting rid of the carbon tax, the mining tax, tell me some of the failures that maybe, we won't call them failures, but things that maybe could have been done better or maybe sold better. Do you think the budget, the initial Joe Hockey budget, maybe wasn't sold well?
I think it was tough. I think it was a tough budget because there are structural reforms that we have to take on board in respect to the economy of this country. Because if we don't do that, then we will have compounded problems further down the track. And that was the message that Joe Hockey was selling. We probably went a bit too hard in some areas, which caused an incredible backlash against us. But nevertheless, some of those reforms have become the focus of the way we're moving in a direction that provides a certainty around the programs we'll offer, the services, because we have to be capable of paying for it, Fred. If we're not, then we've got a problem. People have got to question and interrogate what's being promised.
Do you think the public is with you on this? Because I know this, the latest opinion polls are 50 for Labor, 50 for the Coalition. So Bill Shorten's doing quite well in the polls. He's come back up. He's almost got that Tony Abbott feel about him. He's driven a lot of the changes in the agenda and what we've been speaking about in policy. He's done quite well as an opposition leader. There could be a chance that this government could be turfed out and we have a new Labor government. Why do you say to Australians that they need to stick with this horse, this government? Look at that camera there, camera one, and tell us why you think you need to be re-elected.
Because we are better financial managers. We have built over many decades surpluses. We've built an economy that has been strong during the Menzies period. Wheat and wool and agriculture were our primary industries. Then we moved to the mining boom. And there's always a downturn. We saw that with those two key areas. Excuse me. Now, we're looking at innovation, science, and a future that positions us better in the way we provide services as well, because manufacturing has been shifting offshore. Not that governments have been driving them offshore, contrary to what Labor is saying. But if companies can see that they get a different deal in a region, then they've chosen to do that. But we're just as committed to developing Australians' ideas, their innovation, and then the industries that they will establish with those. Because you think of every invention that this nation has produced, like the black box on planes, they've gone overseas. We want them here because we want to grow the economy,
we want to
create jobs,
inventions, etc. Become a scientific place to invest and to harbour new ideas, new technology. Ken,
but that's important though, Fred, is the whole notion around the defence industry, the sciences around that and the technology, because that's going to place us well on a competitive basis globally. In my electorate, though, it's interesting.
What
people
are the
want
issues
jobs.
that are important there? Tell me about your electorate.
Well, it's jobs for you, young people, law and order.
Growth? Jobs and growth go together with the Liberals?
Well, they do, yes. Law and order,
Yep.
because people are frustrated with those who continually break laws, hoons. There is a concern about ICE. But I think some of the favourable things that are become important is the strength of a community. Education is important to them, and the way of life. Because it's interesting in my electorate, because I've got diverse regions, and so I've got orchardists, excuse me, who have raised issues with me about access to backpackers, the postcodes for accessing the benefits derived from that. But they also want to see a better future for their children, and that is frequently raised. Superannuation, of course, at the moment is an issue. But nevertheless, security and national security has been a key issue that has been a constant right from the moment I was elected. People want us to protect our borders.
When you look at the Turnbull government, I think there's a perception out there that when Malcolm Turnbull took over, there was excitement out there. A lot of people were glad that Tony Abbott wasn't the Prime Minister again. Malcolm Turnbull came in. They expected big things. It was almost like the showman, and everyone wanted him to be a showman, a man with a bit of class, the Bob Hawke type era. But a lot have said that they've been let down. Do you sense that in the Liberal Party there's something hasn't gone right for the Liberal Party with Malcolm Turnbull there?
No, I think that Malcolm's strength hasn't changed. There's a couple of decisions he's made in which the whole tax debate with states gave states an opportunity to say, yes, we want to play a role in determining tax levels. I don't think Malcolm made a mistake there. I think he was testing the waters, and the states have given an indication. GST was being pushed by South Australia.
Party as well.
But again, a lot of them didn't stand up about the GST. But we do need tax reform, and that's been a constant message from Joe Hockey through to the Treasurer Morrison, because they're saying that we've really got to look at our economy and how we structure it in order to create the wealth.
I still believe, Ken, if you went to the public and said, we'll put the GST up by 2 cents or instead of 10, make it 12%, but we'll keep welfare at this level, we'll pay for programs like health. I think the public would be grown up and sensible enough to accept that. But I think it got derailed because people got the scare campaign going. The Labor Party got a scare campaign going. So it's very difficult for the government to talk about GST without being accused of trying to put it up.
See, part of what we have to seriously think about, Fred, is there are reforms that are needed. To play scare campaign approaches is not conducive to getting reform. You do scare people, because in a sense we've developed a sense of what we expect from governments, what I'm entitled to. But equally, if we want our economy to be strong, we're going to have to give up something, all of us individually, because that is the way we bring our budget back into a sensible approach, but we also get the opportunity to reform the economy.
Ken, what are you up to with your electorate? How can we get a hold of you? What are you doing in the next 8 weeks or so, 6 or 7 weeks?
Fred, my mornings now start at 4:30.
In the morning?
In the morning.
You're not jogging as well?
No, I don't have time. I'd love to jog, but I've done my left knee in when I played rugby.
How
so
convenient.
It's not a convenience. My wife would say it's a convenience, but it's not. Let me tell you, it's painful.
4:30 in the morning?
Yeah, well, I do all my reading then, because you don't have telephone calls annoying you. It prepares you for the day, and then I have a schedule of events that occur throughout the day right across my electorate, because half my electorate is now new. I take in Mundaring.
That's right, the boundaries have been moved.
And most nights I finish about 10 o'clock. So Anna described me the other night as a boarder, because she said you may as well live in your job and in your office, because you're always out in the electorate.
Is it a busy job? A lot of people attack you guys on a political level, but is it a really hard job? I mean, I know the hard job you do, but the people out there say, well, what do you guys do? Is it a hard job? Is it a demanding job?
It's demanding, but I love it. I love the fact of interacting with people. I love the opportunity and privilege of meeting people in a whole range of circumstances.
Do you cop a lot of flack? I mean, how do you deal with the people?
I know, I had some this morning. I was at the Midland Market. Yep. Every third Sunday I do the Midland Markets. I'm there from 8 until 12. And people are generally good. They'll come to you with issues, you help them. But every now and again you'll get 3 or 4 that'll go past and they'll shoot a barb at you.
Yes.
Or somebody will come up to you and just about go nose to nose and give you a spray for,
blame you for the
what
world.
your government and blame you for every issue. But I still listen, because I think it's important that people who hold public office listen. And then if we can help, we help. If we can't, then we don't. I never make a promise. I always say to people, let me have a go at it, and I'll try and solve it. And most of my colleagues are like that. They're keen, and they're there for the right reasons.
Who do you reckon is going to win the next election?
I think we will, comfortably.
Oh,
Fred?
that was a trick question, but he got it right. No, look, I congratulate you. I know it's been a hard time. The last 3 years have been a very tough 3 years for your government. And I guess it's a case of who do you trust? Is it stability versus the positive Bill Shorten with all the new old policies? And as the Prime Minister says, it's the same old Labor with the same old policies. It's up to the public.
Well, people have also got to think about this. Do you want a government that's responsible with managing money, or do you want a government that is free-wielding and free spending? Because if you want the free spending one, stop thinking about it being government money. Because to pay for this, we're going to have to take the money from you.
And I guess at the end of the day, do we want a budget deficit for 10 years or 20 years?
And that's the issue. Because I want to see Australia that is a strong
A better Australia.
economic base that is good for our children, our grandchildren, Fred, because I think that's the most
And I think
critical
it's also
issue.
it's really important to restore people caring about one another. And I know the Labor Party's come up with putting people first, but I'd love to see us really do put people first after this election, no matter who wins, because it's really important that the people who need to be looked after are still looked after, and maybe the message needs to be said better, I don't know. But thank you very much for coming in today. I wish you all the best. I know you're going to come back and talk to us again when Rachel's in, and I don't know if she'll be a bit controversial with you next time, but you two always get on.
No, I enjoy having Rachel, and the debates that we have are important for democracy, because it's great that we're able to have the debates, because democracy is about difference,
People
but it
having
is
a view.
about everybody having a view, and I'll always argue that we should protect that right.
Well, thank you very much. Ken Wyatt, of course, federal member for Hasluck. If you want more information about Ken, or maybe contact him, you can go to his website, which is, of course, on the screen right now, kenwyatt.com.au, and you can contact him there, and his staff do a wonderful job, because every time I contact him, he answers back straight away. Thank you very much, Ken.
No, good to
I
see
wish
you,
you all the
Fred.
best.
Yeah,
And like
thank
I said,
you.
it's really hard in politics, because I actually like the man. I think you're a wonderful person, incredibly honest, and if nothing else happens, elect him back in Hasluck, because we need Ken. Well done. Thank you very much.
Thanks
We'll
very
talk to you
much,
soon.
Fred.
Back with more of The Couch right after this. Thank you very much. I'm just practicing because I've been out of shape for a while. I mean, with the wheels, not the body, that is. You can stop now. Next week, guys, is the first contestant for the Scoot Spin It to Win It. We've got a lovely lady that's coming in. Her name is on screen right now. There it is. See her name there on screen, Monica Rule from Padbury, actually. Let's be serious. Thanks to Scoot, Monica's going to be standing here in the studio next week. She lives in WA. She's going to spin this wheel. If it lands on the numbers, she's going to get 2 picks. She's going to pick 2 numbers. If it lands on either of those 2 numbers, she and a friend or a partner or a relative or lover will go to Singapore thanks to Scoot. So you can do it as well. Don't forget, we need you to go to our Facebook page or website, thecouch.com.au. You need to put the word Scoot. There it is, the contact details on screen. You need to put your name and address, put the word Scoot on an SMS, send it to me anywhere in Australia, Gold Coast, from Sydney, from Melbourne and from Perth. You can go to Singapore on us. Thanks to Scoot, you're out of here, and next week Monica Rule will be standing in the studio playing, and you can be just like her. Now that is it for the show today. Please join us again next week. I'm going to leave you with Jake Dennis with a wonderful exit to the show. Until next week when we talk cheese and more, I'm Fred Mafrica. See you next week. Bye.
Yo, Jake, check out those ladies over there.
Ladies, show me if you can handle us right now. Cause I just wanna party, and I just wanna dance. Get a little naughty, cause I feel good. And you just wanna party, and you just wanna dance. Show me that you want me, cause we feel good.
Oh my, I feel so good today, so overjoyed. I just wanna play, have a bit of fun, and feel irate. Feel so good, but that's okay. My oh my, it's a beautiful day. Clear blue sky, breeze drifting on by. Birds sing as they fly by. My swag on flick, I'm a fly guy. Smile on my face, purring on this chick in a tight dress. Looking so Hollywood like an actress. Yes, it's a perfect time to fall in love, cause she a kind of girl that I'm trying to have. Sexy eyes, when she look at me I get mesmerized. When she come around I feel butterflies. I'm a G but I need a boo, like Pop said, even girls get lonely too. Who knows, maybe I can change for you, only cause I think you're so beautiful. Come on.
No need to stress, girl, in your tight dress. You're gonna ride the Funk Express. No need to stress, girl, in your white dress. You're gonna ride my Funk Express.
I spot you from across the room, moving close to you. as I try to zoom. Getting turned on by your perfume. It smells so fine. I just need your body right next to mine. We can drink champagne or get some wine. Wanna get to know ya? We can spend some time, have a bit of fun. You're still in your prime. We can drink vodka and lime, get faded. I just wanna dance. You interested?
Hell yeah.
I wanna see the twinkle in your eyes when you rock with me. Make it feel like a fantasy. Come on.
Don't need to stress out in your tight dress. You're gonna ride the funk express. No need to stress out in your white dress. You're gonna ride my funk express. Cause I just wanna party and I just wanna dance and get a little naughty. Cause I feel good. You just wanna party and you just wanna dance. Show me that you want me. Cause I feel good. 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 I feel good, I feel good, I feel good, I feel good, and it should.